Hello viewers, welcome to the daily analysis of Nifty. So in this show, we analyze Nifty post the market using price action, trend lines, and Fibonacci series. Uh, I keep this analysis straight and simple, not too complicated. So we don't worry about what the US market is doing or what other markets are doing. Based upon the price action and intraday trends today, we try to analyze Nifty and come to an estimate of how it is going to perform tomorrow. So before getting into the analysis, let us review what we have analyzed yesterday. So yesterday, based upon the candle performance on 9th, so we analyzed that if Nifty breaks below, S2, like 18,080 level, we can expect a test of a support 3, that is 17,980. So that has happened. So as we can see, Nifty has broken down quite a lot of supports during the day. Also, talking about the kind of trades that we can take, um, I told that if Nifty opens above 1800, 18,100, or between 18,080 to 18,100, so if anyone is trying to go long using sell calls or sell buy calls or sell puts, one has to put 18,035 as stop loss, and if that particular support breaks, exit the stop loss, and probably you should initiate a short position. So let us see what Nifty has done today. So uh, going to the today's candle, we can observe that Nifty started right above the previous candle here. So it started slightly above the previous candle, and then it fell right through the supports. If we look at the intraday trend, it is very clear. So even within the first 15 minutes, Nifty faced a lot of sell-off, right starting right above previous close. It almost ended below 18,030 even within the first 15 minutes. So that is exactly what I have mentioned in the analysis yesterday. If Nifty breaks below the support 2, that is 18,035, we can expect a test of a support level 3. And again, what would happen there depends on price action. So once Nifty broke this 18,035, 18,040 support level, Nifty kept on falling. And yesterday, there was a lot of strong support at 18,000 levels. That support played out today in about 1 hour time span, starting right from 10 o'clock to almost up to 10:45. Nifty played around the 18,000 support level. So eventually the bulls gave up and bears pushed the price down. Nifty broke below 18,000 support level. It closed the runaway gap that it created yesterday, and then it eventually broke down the opening of yesterday's session also. So it completely engulfed yesterday's candle today. So there was a bit of support intraday at around 17,930 levels, and that played out for some time, for about an hour or so, and eventually that support also was taken down with a strong price action. So this particular candle between 12:30 to 12:45 has broken down that 17,930 support level. See, we can observe here that this 17,930 support level is also the support level for the candle yesterday. So this crucial support level was broken down very convincingly, and Nifty actually most it tried to test the lows of 6th Jan. but it couldn't go that far below. It found some support around 18,000, 17,850. So towards the end of the day, because obviously there was a lot of sell-off, it could be short covering or maybe a little buying. So eventually it found some support and it closed slightly higher. But again, it has to be observed that this closed below the this 17,930 level, which was a support yesterday and which played out as a support today, and eventually it became a resistance now. So it Nifty closed below that level. So this is how the price actions panned out during the session today. So now, based on this price action and a few analytical tools, I will try to analyze how Nifty uh, can play out in tomorrow's session. So zooming back to the daily level, here it can also be observed that this particular rising support trend line, which I have been talking in the previous two analysis also. So this rising support line has been a support line since the lows of June. That has again been convincingly broken down. So the price closed much below that. Price actually broke a little below the 100 DMA also, but either due to the short coverings or a little buying into towards the end of the session, Nifty closed above the 100 DMA now. So we have a few support levels below the current close, and again few resistance levels above the current close. So this rising trend line now will act as a resistance if price tries to go above it. And one point to note that here is that any resistance or support can eventually be broken down or broken above uh, once there is sufficient momentum. So here at the present candle level, the immediate support below can be the 100 EMA, that is around 17,900 level. So this 17,900 level was a support on this day also on 5th Jan. And uh, earlier I have mentioned that these lows in December 17,780 levels. Actually, this between around 17,700 to 17,800, that 100-point zone itself is a support zone. So if we look at this 28th October price action, so here to cross the support zone, almost on 4 consecutive days, Nifty played within this particular zone between 17,650 to 17,800. So this 150-point zone has been played for almost we can say a week because it's 4 days. So and then eventually Nifty broke above this support resistance zone. It was a resistance zone back in October. So it broke this resistance zone with a gap up runaway gap. This runaway gap was support on holding the fall at 23rd December also. So we have a strong support zone below the current candles. So the right now the price closed at 17,914, and we have about almost another 100 points, like around 17,800 level to hit that support zone. So anything can happen once Nifty reaches that support zone. It can actually be, I mean, if there is enough momentum and enough bearish conviction, Nifty can break through that support zone. Otherwise, Nifty can try to break it again, can end up a little higher above that. So it all depends on how it will play out. But given the current trend and the supports and resistance that we are seeing, we can expect that if 17,900 is if Nifty breaches 17,900 in tomorrow's session, tomorrow's trading session, then it can go and test this this support zone up to 17,780, 17,770 level. And here, if there is still enough downward momentum and bearish price action, then it may try to breach this support zone a little more, maybe up to 17,700 level like that. So at any point in this particular 150 point zone between 7760 to 77800, sorry, I'm sorry, between 17,650 to 17,800. At any point in this 150 point with support zone, Nifty can find a support and then it may slightly bounce above this. It all depends on how much support it gets and how much strongly the bearish price action is. So this is what we can infer from the price action and the trend lines and the moving averages. Now let us take a look at Fibonacci retracements, and see what we can infer from that. Okay, I'll activate the Fibonacci retracements. Okay. So this particular retracement, the bigger one, it retraces the price from the all-time highs that we have reached from 27 in this particular leg of 27 September to 1st December. On 1st, yes, on 1st December. So right now the price is testing this 50% retracement level, which was tested in December also. So this is like again. So it also can be observed that the 61%, which is another key level, is at 17,560. So as I mentioned, between this particular level, 17,800 to 17,650 is a support zone. And at any point in this particular zone, if Nifty finds a support, it may bounce a little higher. And if it breaks through that, we again have another support level here at around 17,560. So this is what this the longer Fibonacci retracement tells us. We're looking at the second Fibonacci retracement, which is for the leg between the 1st December and 26th December. So for the decline in December. So from that lows, Nifty has retraced up to a little lower than 50%. So it completed 38% retracement, which is a good key retracement level. And then it found quite a lot of resistance there for almost 7 sessions. It tried to go up, it couldn't. Eventually it got pushed down strongly. So right now the price is coming back and it's between the 23% retracement level and the lows of December. So this 17,800 or 17,780 level is a key level. So if Nifty manages to close below this level, eventually there can be enough bearish conviction building up to breach the support, this particular support level, and maybe test this 17,560 or even break that. So it all depends on how convincingly, how strongly Nifty breaks the nearest supports. So let us also take a little more drill down look at the 1 hour timeline. So here in 1 hour time scale, so if we draw a retracement from the highs of 4th Jan and the lows of 6th Jan, so here it can be noted that during the bull trap of yesterday, sorry, bear trap of yesterday, I call it bear trap because in the previous analysis also I mentioned that the bullish move doesn't look very convincing, and in a couple of days it can again fall down, and it actually fell in the immediate session itself. So drawing a retracement on this leg from 17,800 level, it retraced up to 78% level, and it found resistance there and kept came down crashing through the various supports, and it eventually tried to close below the 17,900 level, which is 23% retracement level. But like I said, it could be short covering or it could be some end of the day support. Eventually, Nifty closed above that. So, based on these analysis, we can come to a conclusion about what support levels Nifty is going to see tomorrow and what resistance we can expect if Nifty tries to bounce up. So, let me note down on them. So, I already made a note of them and I will now make them visible. So, looking at the price action, we can infer that the candle itself is a very strong bearish candle which has engulfed the previous bullish price action. It broke down multiple supports during intraday today. And given that it completely engulfed the previous candle, we can confidently say that the previous bullish candle is completely invalidated. So now, since the previous trend is bearish, we can start resuming. Um, we can resume building short positions. I mean, strategical short positions. Like if tomorrow Nifty opens at a good near a good resistance, then it's a good opportunity to build a short position. So the short position should be built following the price action. So and the trend is down on a daily basis, and VIX has risen almost 5% today towards the end of the day. Actually, somewhere during intraday, it rose almost up about 8% from yesterday's low, and that has pushed the premium zone puts quite a lot. So if anybody has bought puts yesterday during the close of session, they would have made some good profit on it. And now that the VIX is rising, it's actually a good time to buy puts at resistances. Whenever Nifty is testing a resistance, it's a good time to buy puts because the VIX would be slightly low. And then because Nifty is hitting a resistance and the trend is down, we can sell on high, that is short the Nifty at that resistance point. So talking about supports, as we inferred from the price action and trend lines, moving averages, and Fibonacci series. The first support is, sorry, I think I messed this up. This is, okay, okay. So, okay, this particular line is for resistance. Okay, let me correct this. This is resistance. This is support. So, I'll put this here. Okay. So the first support is at 17,900, which is immediately below the present close, and the second support is at the 17,780, which kind of corresponds to the lows of December, and I think there is one some Fibonacci retracement around that point, and 17,700 is also another key support because 17,700 falls exactly almost at the midpoint in that support zone. So, and the resistances are, the first resistance is at around 17,960. Actually, 17,930 is also a resistance because as seen in today's intraday session, 17,930 offered some resistance, but I mentioned 17,960 because it is slightly above that, and during intraday session today, yes. So around this point, we faced strong pushback because at 17,930 it took support and then it rose up to 17,970, 17,965 levels. And here there was a very strong bearish candle which broke down the support. So anywhere between this point we can consider we can see a resistance, but uh, if one has to initiate a short position, it better be somewhere here, because uh, this itself proved to be a good resistance point. So I mentioned that 17,960 is the first resistance, and 18,000, which has been a support or resistance for the past few sessions, is the next resistance if Nifty chooses to test it. And in case if 18,000 is broken, 18,100 can be the third resistance. Okay, and what we can observe from all the overall analysis is, going by the price action, downtrend seems to have been resumed. It indeed has been resumed. But still, some support is playing out because we have a good, strong support zone just below the current price action. And if Nifty holds this level, there can be little consolidation. And if Nifty closes below this level zone, then again more short positions can be confidently added, because the good support zone has been broken and it in turn will become a resistance zone now. So until it breaks the support zone, build small strategic positions whenever Nifty gives a high, or whenever you find an uptick. So coming to what kind of trades we can take tomorrow, depending on the opening. So let us say Nifty opens between 17,930 to 17,960. Then it is not a good point to initiate long positions. Don't buy calls or don't sell calls unless Nifty breaks 18,000 level. So if Nifty opens in this level, then initiate short positions. Either you sell a call or you buy a call, because you sell a call or buy a put. Buying put is a good trade at this kind of opening, because the VIX would have fallen a bit because of the upward movement, and the buy and puts will be put premiums would have been reduced compared to yesterday's. And given that the overall daily price action is negative, if Nifty falls after this point, VIX will rise and puts will gain in price. Buy puts will gain in price. So, but do that at a good resistance level when Nifty is near a resistance level, so that the stop loss will be closer to that. So after that, if the trades come into profit, then the target can be 17,900 first target, and later on 17,800, and eventually if 17,700 in case breaks, then more positions can be added. And if Nifty opens between 17,900 to 17,930, even then don't like I said, unless 18K level is broken, don't initiate any longs. So if 17 if Nifty opens below the current open between 17,900 to 17,930, wait for the price action. If in the initial first 15 minutes itself 17,900 is taken down, then immediately take a short position. Either you sell a call or buy a put with 17,960 as stop loss, so that it will pullbacks will not take out your trades. And then wait for the price to get somewhere near around 17,800, like that, to book profits. If the first 15 minutes doesn't give any kind of confirmed price action, then wait a bit to see if Nifty goes and tests a resistance, and then initiate short positions. And in a scenario where if Nifty opens gap down, so here I'm not talking about what happens with Dow or what happens with some other market. I analyze Nifty based on the current price action, what it has done today, what it has been doing in the previous session, and what it can probably be doing tomorrow. So in case if Nifty breaks down that 17,900 support and opens as a gap down, then obviously don't initiate any long positions, because Nifty has taken down a support level, and it can be a strong bearish move. So in that case, sell calls with 17,960 as a stop loss, with a target of 17,770. And if 17,700 is broken down, you can add more positions. You can either buy puts or sell calls. Again, buy puts, the problem with buy puts is if 17,900, or if the opening is below 17,900 and if it is gap down, the VIX would have already been high and the premiums would rise quite a lot. And after the opening, if there is some consolidation going to happen, premiums would fall and any buy puts that you might have bought in the opening session, they will lose a bit of value. So in a gap down scenario, it is prudent to sell calls so that eventually, even if Nifty falls or Nifty consolidates, also you will gain something in one way or another. But if it is a gap down, don't initiate any long positions. And in the case that Nifty opens above 18,000, then definitely if you see if whether 18K can be sustained. Because today also 18,000 Nifty opened above 18,100, but it couldn't sustain it. It immediately came down crashing. So if 18K is sustained only, then initiate small long positions, and then add a pass Nifty breaks other resistances. If 18K is not sustained, then initiate short positions. A good trade in that case would be to buy puts because VIX would be low and premiums will be low, and as Nifty uh, goes down, your premiums will gain in value. So that's all for analysis of 11th Jan. So hope everyone keeps their capital safe, uh, makes good decisions, and gains more profit. So see you in another analysis for tomorrow night.